You'll miss game day.
November football has come to Puglawn Field in Rice Lake. It is level 3 of the Division 3 state football tournament, and we welcome you into Puglawn Field at Dairy State Bank Stadium. James Weingart, John Nelson with you tonight as the Rice Lake Warriors host the Baraboo Thunderbirds. And John, good to see you.
Good to see you, James. And like you said, I like to say at the beginning of every broadcast, it's a beautiful night for football because, well, I like football. Every night's a great night for football, and want to welcome everybody in to our broadcast here tonight.
And last week, the Rice Lake Warriors continued their dominance of late, scoring 40 points for the fourth straight game, winning 42-7 over Onalaska.
It was an incredible show by our Rice Lake Warriors for sure. You know, and we were sitting here a few weeks back. We thought we were done. We thought it was a good season. We are not done on the football side, but as far as the broadcast goes. And due to the playoff scheduling and the rankings, we were blessed. The Warriors were blessed to have home field advantage now for 3 consecutive playoffs games, which is pretty unheard of unless you are a heck of a football team. And guess what? We have a heck of a
football team.
Yes, it is, James.
So Rice Lake beat Onalaska last week 42-7, and then the game a couple weeks ago on October 22nd against Medford, 48-0 at halftime, and that was the end of that.
Rice Lake's dominant, what their force is, what their strategy, I should say, going into these games is strike early and strike big and put points up on the board as early as we can, because you just don't know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the minutes of the football game. So that's what Rice Lake has been doing for quite a few games here throughout the season, and especially into the playoffs now where we're at Division 3 or Level 3.
And prior to the postseason games, the playoff games, Rice Lake beat New Richmond 44-28, beat Eau Claire North 48-0, lost to Menominee 35-0, beat Chippewa Falls 8-7, beat Superior 38-18, beat Eau Claire Memorial 32-6, beat Hudson 33-12, lost to Northwestern 28-20 and beat Medford in the opening game of the season back in August, 28-6. Meanwhile, Baraboo, they're out of the Badger Small Conference, the Badger Conference, of which I am very familiar with.
Yes.
Just reorganized in the last couple of years. They used to be Badger Large, Badger Small, and so now they kind of are a 16-team, kind of a. So I guess if you're a college, you call it a super conference, but they've got it divided up into quadrants now, east and west and north and south through large and small. And part of the reason, of course, that Rice Lake is moving into the Middle Borders Conference next year is because Sun Prairie is adding a second high school, and they'll be playing in the Badger North Conference next year, or in the Badger Large Conference next year. But
I'm glad there's people smarter than you and I figuring all that stuff out. We're just here to bring you the game tonight, so should be a good one for sure.
Baraboo beat Mosinee 35-28 last week in Level 2. They beat Rhinelander 13-7 in the first game of the postseason. Beat Portage 34-19. Beat Sauk Prairie 28-19. Lost to Reedsburg 21-20. Lost to Fort Atkinson 27-6. Didn't beat up on. They only won by 1 over Mount Horror-Barneveld 14-13. They did beat up on my old school, as a matter of fact, in Stoughton, 17-0. And then they won their other first 3 games of the season. Monona Grove 34-14, Madison East 44-6, and Onalaska 28-21. So,
well, I wasn't sure if they were going to come back. They left earlier for some pregame chat, and they're just taking the field now. They were out here for warm-ups, of course. The Warriors had stayed out on the field, and the T-Birds had gone back to the locker room to strategize. And looking in here at a minute 20 to play, the color guard is ready to go, and we're like, where's the other team? Well, they're showing up now and looking strong on the far sideline.
So the Thunderbirds 5-2. They finished in third place by themselves in the Badger Small this year. They're currently 9-2 overall. Fort Atkinson and Mount Horror-Barneveld tied for first in the Badger Small this year at 6-1. And of course, in the Big Rivers, Menominee and Rice Lake finished first at 6-1. Menominee still playing, of course, in their division as the playoffs continue. And Rice Lake, of course, here in Division 3, also playing at Level 3. Of course, Level 4 will be next week, which is the sectional final, and then the week after that is a trip to Madison.
Yeah, and we'll get more into that later in the broadcast. We do have some details on those potential playoff games and locations and such. But we're going to get into the national anthem, I think, up next, James.
That's right. So John and I are going to pause here for just a couple of moments. We'll honor America with the playing of the national anthem by the Rice Lake High School Band.
Participating in the pregame ceremony this evening will be the Rice Lake Veterans Center Honor Guard. Honor Guard, we thank you for your service tonight and your service to our country. And now, our national anthem played by the Rice Lake High School Marching Band under the direction of Anna Jones and Samantha Miller. Honor Guard, would you please post the colors?
Never gets old.
No, it does not. There. Good.
So we get ready for high school football tonight, and we know this is a game. We know that these are two teams. We want to pass along our condolences to Baraboo High School. They lost a couple of students in a car wreck last week.
Yes.
And that, of course, has had a big impact on them and the school and the students and everything. And, we certainly keep them in our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers.
Yes.
And wish their families very, very well.
Absolutely, and that's tough to come from out of that, but I'm sure it's adding some inspiration to the football team here tonight to play their best in tonight's contest.
Baraboo has won the coin toss.
Baraboo has won the coin toss. They'll be receiving, and they'll be heading from north to south. And Baraboo and Rice Lake here in Division 3, and the other teams playing in Division 3 tonight, Luxembourg Casco and Menasha. And then the winners will meet on next week, Friday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. We're down to the last 8 in all of the divisions, and other Division 3 games, Monroe and Jefferson, 2 teams down from the southern part of the state, and then also one from the Milwaukee area, Whitefish Bay, and then Pewaukee is the other Division 3 school. So those are the 8 that are remaining.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's going to be you get to this level of football, James. This is where the rubber meets the road, and there's no. We'd like to think. I mean, you'd like to think we can hopefully come out and have a 40-point game again, like we've had some success at over the last few weeks. But you know that these teams are bringing their best players and best efforts as well. So it's going to be a contest tonight, and that's what we really can hope for is a good football game played between 2 very good football teams that deserve to be here at level 3. Obviously, being the homer, we're going to hope for a victory for the blue. But we want a good football game here tonight.
Luke Vittengill and Riley Way are the deep men back for the Thunderbirds to get the opening kickoff here tonight from Puglun Field, Dairy State Bank. Glad to have you with us. Settle back, enjoy some football with us. You stay warm, and we'll have our hands thawed out at some point later tonight, I would imagine. And
I'm not going to complain. I've been at colder football games in the past, and this one's looking to be good. So we have the wind to the back of our kicker here tonight.
Kick on its way, and this will be Vettengill at the 10-yard line, 15-20. And he gets tripped up there, and down he goes at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he tripped himself up right away, and then a host of Warriors were able to get in there. I believe Gunderson was in there and Stone for the stop. Some names we're going to be saying a lot of tonight. Easton Stone, a sophomore for Rice Lake, had a heck of a football game last Friday night here on our home turf on both sides of the ball, and so I venture to see that we're going to see a lot of Mr. Stone here tonight on both sides of the ball.
Number 11, Luna Larson, is the quarterback for the Thunderbirds, and the first play is going to be a handoff going up the middle, and this is going to push the pile up to about the 25-yard line.
Mahoney on the carry. Tackled by a host of Warriors.
Kane Mahoney on the run. It'll be a pickup of 5, and it'll set up second down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rice Lake's defense looking to stop that run. They know that their key players are going to run the ball quite a bit. They're going to have some trouble tonight. There's quite a bit of a breeze, so we're not sure if they're going to go to the air out there tonight.
And Larson will run it himself off the left side. He doesn't get much of anything, maybe a yard on the play. Larson had a tremendous game last week against Mosinee, 32 carries, 193 yards.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that he also threw for 117.
Right, and he's the guy that we're keying in on. Defense, I've been watching film on him all week, I'm sure. He's a great team leader, a great quarterback for this club, and that's who we're going to have to put a stop to, just like we did last week against Onalaska. Same threat in their quarterback, and we were able to dominate that.
3rd down and 4. Ball spotted at the Thunderbird 26-yard line. Larson has it. Quick throw out to this near side. Catch made. Spin move. And he is not going to be able to get the first down. The reception made by Luke Ventengel. He had 5 receptions, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns last week, but a good job defensively by the Warriors to come up and collect him before he got to the 30-yard line.
Again, a team effort. Gunderson came in with the first hit initially and stopped his forward momentum, and then allowed time for a host of other Rice Lake Warriors to come in and finish the play for the defense.
Very close to the first down. He did get to the 29.
They gave him the forward progress for sure.
Alex Belangi drifts back to receive the punt. He's standing at his own 49 now. Tiptoes back a little further, back to the 45. He took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown last week against Onalaska.
Yeah, trust me, they're watching this for sure.
Kick high into the night sky. Alex has it on his knees at the 47-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Alex calling for the fair catch. He had 3 or 4 defenders coming down on him right away. But, when they see Belangi in the backfield on a kickoff or a punt, as a punting team or kicking team, you have to kind of go, because we've seen what he's been able to do all year long, not only on offense, but on special teams as well. So it'll be fun to watch and see what Alex can bring to the club tonight.
Have I got a stat for you after this play?
Okay.
Cole Fenske's the quarterback for the Warriors. He dives in under center on the first down play. Tomish in motion. Cole checks over here to the near sideline. Clock stopped with 9:45 to go. First possession of the ball game for the Warriors. And this is going to be a handoff. Christian Lindo has it, and he gets up to about the 47-yard line of the Thunderbirds. It'll be a gain of about 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting tonight. Now, Elliot Nolan broke his hand for the Rice Lake Warriors in the New Richmond game and has had a club on it since then on the last 2 games. Now, last week he did not line up on offense very much because obviously it's hard to carry the ball with a big club on your hand, but they're lining him up in the backfield here, I'm guessing as more of a deterrent, but it'd be interesting to see if he takes it with his left hand.
Fensky under center once again on the 2nd down and 4 play. Handoff Lindo again, right up the gut, and Christian's on his horse. Pulled down at the 22-yard line, a gain of 25 and a first down.
And a huge hole created by the offensive line and a good diversion, again, using Nolan in the backfield to send off their linebackers, and they could not key in time.
The stat I was going to give you, how's this for efficiency? In the postseason, Cole Fensky has thrown the ball 12 times. Mm-hmm. He's completed 9 of them.
Yep.
6 of those completions have been touchdowns.
Yeah, fantastic numbers for Cole.
Fensky under center on the 1st and 10 play from the Baraboo 22-yard line. Turns, checks over to the sideline for an update on the play. Now dives back in under center. Christian, nope. Yes, he does have it. And he's going to get stood up and has about 4 different Baraboo players wrapping him up. Not much of a gain on the play, if anything. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Baraboo's probably got about 800 to 1,000 pounds on that defensive line, and they know that they cannot allow any holes to penetrate, so they are going to stand tall. They know that the ball is going to be going up the middle several times tonight with Lindo and whomever else, a host of Warriors. So it's going to be a very tough defense to penetrate.
Lindo has 20 carries, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground so far in this postseason. And working on more. 2nd down and 9 as we're under 8 minutes to go here in the half. Alex Belangi has it off the right side. Alex turns upfield. He gets down to the 15-yard line. And it'll be a pickup. Well, call him the 16. It'll be a pickup of 5 and 3rd down coming.
Once Alex gets those feet going and churning, it's hard to stop that kid. He's so fast and dynamic, and he can juke. So it's kind of when we've been lining him up now in the backfield, it's giving a different look to our running game that we've not seen earlier in the season. It's kind of a new thing that Coach Nate Cook and Dan Hill have been putting into the playbook.
3rd down and 4 for the Warriors on the Thunderbird 17-yard line, 16-yard line. Fensky under center. And flags down. So let's hold everything here for just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
False start against Rice Lake.
Rice Lake, yeah. So we're...
That rumble you heard was the referee's microphone. As we mentioned a moment ago, it is a stiff breeze tonight.
On the 22-yard line.
Yeah, right out of the south. It's literally the same direction as the field, right up the gut. So kicking this way is pretty good if you're kicking into the wind, but this could also bode well for the Warriors on offense, too, if they do put one up in the air.
Ball back to the 22-yard line now. It'll be second, make it third down and 10 from there, or 9. Fenske's under center. Lindo has it, and Lindo gets pulled down forward to the 16.
Yeah.
So gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Now, with field position like this, I'm obviously imagining Rice Lake's going to go for this here, sitting in the proverbial red zone of the T-Birds. I don't know if I'm going to be calling them T-Birds tonight, Thunderbirds, or Baraboo. I have to kind of figure out what's easiest to get off the old tongue.
4th and 4, 16-yard line. Fenske's got it. In trouble. Down he goes back at the 24-yard line. A loss of 8 and a turnover on down.
A big stop by the Baraboo defense, putting Fenske back, giving themselves even a little bit better field position on the other side of the 20-yard line. So we'll see what the offense can do here for Baraboo. I mean, we had a good stop in the first series, so hopefully Rice Lake's defense can keep them on this side of the field.
Rice Lake scoring offensively this year 31 points per game. They give up 14.6. Baraboo scores 24.8 and give up 15.9. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds at their own 22-yard line. Snap back, and the handoff goes up the middle. Pushing his way through is number 3, Kane Mahoney, and that will be a good first down run. It's going to be second down and 5 after the 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Rice Lake's defense, Christian Lindahl leading in that with tackles followed up by Easton Stone. So a force to be reckoned with for sure in the backfield. Alex Belangia coming up there, and of course Nolan in the backfield. So a threat on the defense for Rice Lake.
Larson gets the shotgun snap, handoff to the big guy in the backfield this time. Almost lost the football, and that is Isaac Pelland on the run for the Thunderbirds. Doesn't get much of anything. Maybe a yard, and it's going to be third down and 3.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 3.
Swiftly moving first half, 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless game thus far, 3rd and 3 for Baraboo on their own 29-yard line. Snap back, Larson will keep it. Runs into his own man, heads out to the far side of the field, turns the corner, has the first down and more. Across the 40, across the 45. Finally pushed out of bounds after the 45-yard line. They'll 40-yard line make it. He'll mark him out at the 41, a gain of 12, and it's a first down.
The Warrior defense almost had him in the backfield. They had a man on him, and then a good block was thrown, and he was able to turn that corner and get some running room on the outside.
Mark him out at the 42, so it's a 17-yard gain with 4:47 to go in the first quarter. And the Thunderbirds on the move for the first time tonight. That was their first down of the game. Larson handoff goes up the middle, and Mahoney on the run.
If you hear,
maybe a yard and a half.
I'm sorry if you heard what sounds like thunder. It's not, but it's the Thunderbirds parent group, and some fans here have a chant going on that sounds like a clapping chant that they do during their offense. I was wondering what the noise was. I couldn't quite make it out. But
2nd and 9 now for the Thunderbirds. Ball at the 44-yard line of Baraboo. Larson keeps it himself, comes this way, and a great tackle that time. Oh boy, good open field tackle there.
Yep.
By
Nolan.
Elliot Nolan, yep. Came up, wrapped him right across the thighs and knocked him down.
Yeah, Nolan came in, wrapped up real good, and a great stop. Even with that club on the right hand, Nolan is a threat to be reckoned with here on defense, and we're going to see a lot of good action from Elliot here tonight as we need him out there. Even with the club on the hand, he can still make some good stops.
Ball at the 45-yard line of Baraboo as we approach 3.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, scoreless opening quarter between the Thunderbirds and the Warriors in this Division III, Level 3 playoff football game from Rice Lake. Larson, quick throw out to the far side, that catch is made. And up to the 50, and down he goes right there. Catch was made by Luke Vittingell. And he picks up 5, but that's still going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards for Baraboo.
Yeah, it's probably about 2 yards short. 4th and 2. on the 50. There was a block in the back penalty that did not get called out there. That was pretty blatant that I saw on that. The reason that the guy was able to turn. But officiating crew doing their best, I'm sure.
Thunderbirds have it. Ball right at the midfield stripe. They will go for it on the 4th and 2 play. And Larson will keep it right up the gut. Burrows his way through. He's down to the Rice Lake 47-yard line. That'll be a first down for Baraboo.
Larson just ramped up on that one. He knew he could get the 2 yards. He just put his momentum into it and ran all 220 pounds right up the gut and was able to grab 2+, well, maybe 2.5 yards, but enough for that first down.
Luna Larson has run the ball 50 times coming into this game in the postseason.
Yeah, it's no doubt.
289 yards with 1 touchdown. High snap. Larson to throw. And this is going to be over here to this near sideline, and the catch is not made. It's out of bounds. And so it'll be second down and 10.
Diving catch or attempt by Henry out there. One step too far. If he could have turned a minute earlier, could have had a completion there at about the 38.
Larson on the postseason, 23 of 33 for 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick.
Well, you got to. Yeah, he's a senior. You know, he's got a lot of experience under his belt. He's been probably playing quarterback at this position here for quite a while.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to this near side. Larson going to keep it himself. It holds the ball out kind of like the proverbial loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And he's lucky that he hasn't lost the ball more than he has this season, as this one gets down to about the 46-yard line, so gain of 1.
He's got an interesting style. He brings the ball back, like you said, he holds it out loose and kind of does a delay, and it allows everybody to kind of think, well, what's happening here? Is he passing it? Is he running it? He's not putting it into a tuck position that shows the run, and he's not putting it up as a pass position or a pass position for the pass. So it's interesting way he's quarterbacking here today.
4 wideouts this time for Baraboo on the 3rd and 9 play. Quick throw coming out this way. Vettengill has it, and he's sidesteps back inside. Had maybe a lane to the outside. He's only going to pick up 2, and it's going to be 4th down.
Wrapped up by Nolan again in the open field with a great tackle by Elliott.
Officially, they'll mark him down at the 43-yard line, so it was a pickup of 3. 4th and 6 now as we approach a minute to play here in the opening quarter. And we'll see what Baraboo does here. It looks like they're going to go for it once again on the 4th down. They'll send 1 receiver out to the far side, 1 to the near side, slot man as well. 4th and 6. Larson looking, throwing, and incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Nice.
Intended receiver was Brady Henry on the sideline and came right into the Rice Lake sideline.
I think his receiver was actually a Warrior player because the pass was well off of his receiver. Not a well-thrown pass there by Luna at all. And turnover and downs for the Rice Lake Warriors with 45 seconds left in this first quarter and pretty good field position. And we've seen what can happen here with Cole Fensky with a heck of an arm for the Warriors. And when you send out Alex Belangi like they are right now on the far wide out, look out.
And you notice that they've got two defenders over on. Mm-hmm. One up close, up tight, and the other one back about 6 or 7 yards.
Yep, they've watched film. Offsides.
Penalty flags all over the place here. Offside against Baraboo this time.
Yeah, they've done their job on watching film, that's for sure, when they send 2 defenders out to guard Alex on the wideout, and that's fine. You know what? That's one guy open and somewhere else, and Rice Lake Warriors have a whole host of other offensive tools that we can use if that's what they're going to do. But here they're going to do it again with double coverage.
48-yard line, the line of scrimmage for Rice Lake on their own side of the 50, 42 and a half seconds to go in this first quarter. Here's Christian Lindo with it, and Christian bulls his way forward up to the Baraboo 47-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down to pick up a 5.
Yeah, Lindo had room to run there, could not turn it on the outside, so he just went right behind his guard and straight up, and enough for the first down.
30 seconds left in the opening quarter. First and 10, Rice Lake at the Baraboo 47. Glad to have you with us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far from wherever you may be. James Weingart and John Nelson with you from Puglun Field, Dairy State Bank in Rice Lake. And the handoff. Lindo off the right side this time. Lindo's got a head of steam. He bulls his way down to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 and another first down.
Yep.
Tackle on the play by Brady Henry.
I don't think they're going to try to get a play off here yet. They'll probably let the clock go as soon as they start winding. It's hard to rush to the line of scrimmage and risk any loss of downs with a hurried-up offense. So the Rice Lake Warriors will have a chance to turn it around and go the other way into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first
So
quarter.
that is the end of the first quarter with our score. The Rice Lake Warriors nothing and the Baraboo Thunderbirds nothing.
Well, we knew it was going to be a very defensive game. At this level, we've got two very good ball clubs, on the field tonight, and it's not going to be it's not going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to predict that right now. I think it's going to be a close battle back and forth, and hopefully the team that makes the less amount of mistakes will hopefully advance onto the next round of the playoffs, and we hope that is our Rice Lake Warriors, of course.
All right. You ready for your trivia?
Oh, trivia time.
We've got trivia
Everybody loves trivia, so here we go.
All right. This is the 10th state tournament appearance for Baraboo.
Okay.
All of their previous appearances were in Division 2, so now they've dropped down a division. Do they have a better than or worse than 500 record?
I think better than.
You think better than?
Yes. Yep.
We have to take your prizes away already.
Oh, really?
They are only 3-9.
Okay, you were rattling off stats earlier, and I wasn't quite sure, We're getting some feedback from some other people here. Other people want to get in on your trivia, James, I believe, looking at some camera operators here. So the other guys doing the instant replay, they're like, well, I know these stats. I know what's going on. So even Tim Lipke, athletic director for Rice Lake, wants to get in on the action.
Beginning of the second quarter now as Rice Lake with the ball at the 36-yard line.
Stone on the carry.
Easton Stone with the run, picked up 3.
So that's what we're saying. He's got that club on that right hand, but he's been practicing left-handed carries in practice this week and knows he's like, I've got two good hands. One's obviously incapacitated, but if I can get the ball in, tuck it under, hold tight with that left hand, and run it, I want to use my legs and advance the ball for the Warriors tonight. Good to see.
2nd and 7 for the Warriors. Just underway second quarter in a scoreless game. Level 3 of the Division 3 state playoffs. Fensky under center. Toss play. Comes this way. And turns the corner. And gets clobbered at the 30-yard line.
Lindo on the carry.
Lindo with the run. On the sweep coming around this way.
Big stop by Fitzwilliams. Gabe Fitzwilliams, a senior. 180 pounds of stopping power right there. Was able to put Lindo stopped in his tracks there. But after a good gain, it happens. It's all right.
Gain of 4 down to the 29-yard line. It's 3rd and 3 now for the Warriors. Easton Stone with it. Stone he bounced around there like a pinball a few times, and they grabbed him around the back of the shirt collar a couple of times. And
just shy.
Also Kyle Felt.
Give
Maybe by a
2
yard.
on the play, so it'll be about 4th and a very long 1.
Yeah.
Ball down to the 28-yard line. Officially 4th and 2 now. Belangi split wide to the right here on this near side of the field. Fensky under center. 4th and 2. Handoff Stone. Or no, it was Fensky. Let's see, it was Stone. And
Stone,
it looks like he's...
He should have got it.
Oh, no, he didn't either.
Oh, they're calling a turnover and downs.
Stopped him just short.
The line judge came in from the side. He had probably the best view of the play, and apparently the forward progress did not carry him over the line needed for the conversion. So, 4th and 2. 1st and 10, I should say.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
1st and 10 now for Baraboo on their own 27-yard line. 9:47 to go, first half. This is going to be Henry around the far side.
Mahoney on the
Or
carry.
Mahoney, beg your pardon.
Tackled
And
by Easton Stone.
he will pick up a yard or so. Actually, like they're not going to give
No.
him anything. They're marking right back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Stone not getting a break. He went right out there with 2 big runs on the offense and staying on the field, obviously in the linebacker position to make a tackle there. So Easton having another big game here for Rice Lake.
2nd and 10 from the 27 for the Baraboo Thunderbirds. Larson, oh boy, he's going to get wiped out in the backfield, back to the 25-yard line, a loss of 2. Never really got a head start on it. He got knocked down at the knees right away.
Yeah, Stone was in there again, like we were saying. He's keying in on quarterbacks. He's making some very, very big plays here early on in the second quarter for Rice Lake.
So now big defensive play here for the Warriors. They get a stop here and maybe force the Thunderbirds to kick from deep in their own end.
Yeah.
Though they do have the wind, which has
It's
don't know
still
if it's
blowing.
calmed down much.
It's still blowing.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and 12. Larson to throw. Comes this way. Wide open. Oh, and he dropped it. Isaac Palland had it in his hands. Turned upfield. Saw he had some running room and just flopped it right on the ground.
Pelland, a sophomore for the Thunderbirds, was out there on the wideout position. Yeah, he had it. Just he turned and started running, but just was not able to quite bobble. He was bobbling the ball and not able to bring it in.
So Alex,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say Alex Melangi drifting back to his own 40-yard line. He may need to get back a little further. There's a boot on its way, and Alex will go and chase it. Oh, boy, takes a huge Baraboo bounce inside the 20, and it rolls out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 31 and 25, 56-yard punt, no return. Boy, that's flipping the field.
Yeah, I thought the wind would actually give him the benefit there, but it was actually just the lucky roll on the kick, because that added another 20 yards after it touched down.
They'll mark it down at the 19 of Rice Lake. 8:20 to go in the second quarter. And we should also pass along congratulations to the Rice Lake Warriors boys soccer team.
Right.
They played in the state tournament in Milwaukee this afternoon. Unfortunately, they came up a little short against Shorewood, the number 1 seed in their division, losing 2-0 earlier today. 1st and 10 now from the 19-yard line. And this is a handoff right up the middle. And it's Lindo across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line, a gain of 24 and a first down.
Big run by Christian. That was he had a hole, and he had plenty of room to run, and brought down midfield. Yeah, he said the soccer team, a heck of a season for those boys this year. A lot of seniors on the club, and to be able to go to state your senior year, it's a very special moment for the Rice Lake Warriors soccer team for sure. Congratulations.
Yeah, 17-7-2 is what they finished up.
Yeah. Should be proud.
43-yard line now for Rice Lake after the 24-yard run. Fensky to throw for the first time now. Cox once, side arms, and this is going to be caught. Oh boy, what a sliding catch. Great play there. Tegan Shire. And he makes a catch up at the 49-yard line.
Fensky was in trouble in there. He was looking to go down. He actually sidearmed it out of the backfield and saw Shire coming for it. So a great connection there between quarterback and receiver, knowing when his quarterback was in trouble, came to the ball and was able to complete the play. Great catch by Shire.
Good play all the way around. Baraboo had that scouted out pretty well.
Yeah.
Fensky able to do that little sidearm delivery, pitcher style, and able to make the completion. Gain of 8. Coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the quarter. Here's Lindo with it. Lindo bulls his way down to the 41-yard line, and that is a gain of 10 and another first down.
So if Rice Lake can keep pounding the ball up the middle like this and then occasionally sling it out to the outside, they've got something going right now. So a lot of momentum going into this mid part of the second quarter for the Warriors as they are now into Baraboo's territory.
They marked him down at the 42. 6:45 time remaining here in the second quarter. Very quick moving game so far tonight. Just about a half hour in and already a quarter and a half played.
Well, there's been no touchdown celebrations or anything that delay the clock. So
Telmish in motion. Lindo gets the handoff and he gets to the 40. Pickup of 2. He gets wrestled down there. 2nd and 8 coming.
Larson and Owen Nowak. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Got a good crowd here tonight, James, at Puglung Field. Good representation from both sides of the football teams, or both opponents, I should say. Traveling up from Baraboo. Pretty good contingency of parents and family members, and a student section as well.
Ball at the 40-yard line of Baraboo. 5:50 to go, first half. Rice Lake has it, 2nd and 8. Toss play, Lindo, sweep out to the far side, running laterally. Now finally gets back to the line of scrimmage. They strung him out all the way from sideline to sideline just about. And no gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 coming for Rice Lake.
He could just not make the turn to get inside. I mean, he was able to gain a couple yards, but not what the play was designed to do. Had a block out there, but the Baraboo Thunderbirds had his number, and they were not going to allow another big run by Lindo on that play.
Pushed him out of bounds. Clock stopped, 5:35 as you see on the screen. 40-yard line, the line of scrimmage of the Thunderbirds. Fensky looking, lots of time, scrambles. Now takes off himself, has running room down the far sideline inside the 20. Boy, had all sorts of time.
Yeah.
And finally just scampered away, picks up 20, and it's a Rice Lake first down.
Out of bounds.
He had, Belangi on the outside here. Gunderson was out as well, but they were double covered. There's no place to go with that ball and not chancing it. So going into the game, I had heard talking to the coaching staff earlier that Fensky did have a little bit of a groin issue, and we weren't sure how mobile he was going to be yet tonight. But by seeing that, I have no concerns. I think
he's doing well.
Looks just like he's been all season. So
1st and 10 Warriors at the Baraboo 20-yard line. 5:24 to go. First half. Hand off to Stone. He gets stood up and pushed backwards and gets unceremoniously dumped to the turf.
We don't see that very often where we're pushing our guys backwards. So Rice Lake definitely has to shore things up on the offensive line. Again, talking with some of the coaching staff today, they said that's where the game's going to be won, is on the O-line today, for protecting our quarterback during passing situations and creating that hole for our running backs. And so the O-line does need to tighten things up just a little bit here. They definitely have the potential to do so coming up.
Belangi split wide to the left, far side of the field. 2nd and 10. Fensky looking over the middle, caught, touchdown.
Very nice.
Keegan Gunderson with the touchdown for the Warriors, 20 yards, 4:37 to go, second quarter, and the Warriors have broken the ice at 6-0.
Nice diversion play there, and again, they're not used to seeing Gunderson go out for the pass very often. I mean, he's does a nice job out there for sure, knows what he's doing. They've been watching film on Belangi and Shire and things like that, so a good diversion play. Both other wide receivers were out drawing the play away, leaving Gunderson open to get right in the middle and get the touchdown for the Warriors.
So 4:37 to go. Two-point conversion coming. Belangi in motion, toss to him, turns the corner, into the end zone for 2.
Nice big run by Belangi there. A lot of high fives going around in the booth right now. Got to concentrate. We're celebrating just a little bit there. So, no, good run. 2-point conversion again by the Warriors. That's pretty much what we've seen from them all season long, was going for the 2. They've been able to do it pretty successfully. I guess I don't have the stat on how many conversions we've had, but it's got to be 80%, I would say, if not more than that. So I do believe we've kicked a few times for an extra point. I think we did in New Richmond. I believe there was an extra point kick that went errant, and so it just hasn't been what Rice Lake's mantra has been. They like to run for the 2.
I think if it had been stuck for a long time at they were 1 of 3 or 2 of 3 or something like that on extra points. So I don't think it's much more than about 2 of 4 or 2 of 5, something.
Right. Well, when you got something that works and you've got a good run game and or a pass game or whatever they want to call it out there, it's working. What they say, don't fix it if it ain't broke, is what they say.
I would like to figure out who this they is at some point.
They say this.
Short kick, and this is going to flop at the 30, and a late dive by Baraboo on it. Oh, boy.
He saved it. Bromley was on there and saved it. I don't know if it actually hit him and then came off, so he had to dive onto it. Rice Lake was right there. Could have been a conversion or a turnover pretty easily.
Drew Bromley saving the day for the Thunderbirds. And now they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line with 4:37 to go.
At least Rice Lake starting them back in their own territory again. And this is where we want to have them. We don't want to advance any further. So Rice Lake's defense looking for a huge stop here with only 4.5 minutes to play.
Handoff right up the middle, and that busted through quickly, and that's Kane Mahoney, the senior, and he picks up about 8 to the 38-yard line.
Well, that just goes exactly against the opposite of what I just said prior to that. We do not want to let them run right up the middle on us. We got to tighten things up on the defensive side. So now we've learned. Now we can tighten things up on the D line.
Approaching 4 minutes left here in the first half. Again, right up the gut once more. Oh, he lost the football. Big pile up. Still loose. Who's got it? And it belongs to Baraboo.
Ball is loose, recovered by Baraboo.
Exchanged hands a few times in that scrum pile, I believe. They jumped on it, and then the guy who got it let go of it, so it actually scooted out about 5 more yards to the right. So Rice Lake thought he had it. Stone thought he had it for sure as he was banging his head as he came out of the pile. Would have been a great turnover for Rice Lake.
It's ugly in those scrums, isn't it?
Yeah.
47-yard line now for the Thunderbirds. Clock runs with 3:48 to go first half. Oh, high snap, but they got it down. And Mahoney's got it as he gets up to about the 49-yard line. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 coming for Baraboo.
Tackle on the play by Tomic.
I suppose we can probably say the winner of this game will face either Luxembourg-Casco or Menasha, who's playing in the other part of this bracket, and that game will be held in Rhinelander next week.
Yeah,
on,
the winner. Right,
on Friday night.
Just found that out here tonight.
Larson keeps it himself over the right side. Has some running room down the sideline, and he's down at the 37-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 18, first down, Baraboo.
Belangi was along with him, but just could not get the grip on the jersey or around the hips, and so he kind of ran along with them. Number 11 and number 11 running side by side, but unfortunately a pretty good gain by the Thunderbirds as Belangi was not able to get him out until the 36. Yeah.
3:09 to go, first half. Baraboo on a drive, again a high snap. Mahoney again, this time bottled up, then squirts free out to the right, finally gets stood up, and the referee's calling into it.
Mahoney on the carry.
Does pick up a couple. And now we've got a timeout called. And an injured player.
An official's timeout.
There was a lineman from Baraboo earlier in the play preceding this that was kind of limping off the line too, and he kind of shrugged it off, said, "No, I'm fine," but I don't know if this is the same individual, but probably another leg cramp. We see quite a few of those on the O-line and in these games, so hopefully it's nothing major for the Baraboo player, and while they get to take a look at it.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
To try and get your
I got to get
passel of prizes back.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
We go.
Rice Lake. 24th of no peeking, no helping from the audience here. Rice Lake is in their 24th state tournament appearance.
Okay.
Of course, D3 this year, Division 3, but they've also played in Division 2.
Yep.
Have they played in more or less than 10 times in Division 2?
Overall, since when?
Since
the beginning of time?
Yes.
I'm going to say less.
You're back on the road to prizes.
Well, I figured I got 50-50 chance. I'm just going to go with one or the other.
7 times they played in Division 2, and this is the 17th time in Division 3.
Okay, all right. Good stuff. Boy, you've been working hard today on all your trivia.
This was all last night, by the way.
Okay.
2nd and 7 now after the 3-yard run. Again, a high snap. Larson keeps it himself, and he gets bowled down at about the 30-yard line. Pick up of 3.
Noted that the Baraboo player did go off the field, probably being looked at by their trainer on the sideline, so hopefully he'll be okay.
Don't you worry, I've got more trivia.
I'm sure we do. I'm sure the folks at home cannot wait to see if they can stump John Nelson.
Win John Nelson's money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
go.
not going to give up the 50 grand like Terry does. Though.
Perfect. 30-yard line, 3rd down and 4. Now 2:10 to go in the half. Larson, quick throw, fires. Oh, boy. Stone had a bead on him, but the catch is made. They get a first down out of it, and it's going to be a first down, as we mentioned, for Baraboo.
But actually on that play too, Jace Fitzgerald was in the territory. If he was actually looking at the receiver, if he would have turned and looked to the right, he probably could have had a pick 6 there pretty easily, as he was right in the path of the ball. It kind of buzzed him within about a foot or so of his head. Could have been a good play, but watching the other way was Fitzgerald.
Luke Tangle was a receiver last time. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side for Larson and the Thunderbirds. Larson will run off the right side, get stood up, and then gets double teamed and slammed backwards. Short gain on the play. They may have, Rice Lake is bouncing around like they may have gotten the football, but apparently not. Oh, now they say they do have it.
Holy cow. I didn't see where the actual ball was loose. They were celebrating early, and huge turnover for Rice Lake.
Wow. Baraboo was on the drive, and all of a sudden, just like that, momentum swings, and the turnover.
All right, we need instant replay for next year so we can see these things, James.
Instant replay and field camera?
Yeah.
Cable cam?
Well, not that I'm complaining. This has been fantastic this year with the equipment that we've got for the broadcast to bring it to you, but yeah, there's a lot to see going on out there, and it's a ways away for these eyes.
1:51 left. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line for Rice Lake after the first turnover of the game. And that'll be a gain of 1 for Lindo. And now a timeout taken by Rice Lake, I think.
That or an injured player.
Another injured player down, yeah.
Yeah. Well, with a minute 40 to play here in this first half, Rice Lake definitely wants to put another point or another few points on the board. So I'm guessing that they're going to go look at the playbook and see what we can do to put the ball in the air. Granted, now we're against the wind, so if we're passing, doing any long passing, we got to take that into consideration for sure. So, but with a minute 40 left and what do we got? 3 timeouts left. Clock management here will and could produce points on the board pretty easily with this offense.
Mentioned earlier the Luxembourg Casco and Menasha are the other is the other game. Winner of this game will face the winner of that game.
I think a division or number 1 and number 2 ranking teams, I think, is what they are for their conference. So it's a pretty good football game going on over there, I'm sure. And if we get the opportunity and the honor to play them, it will be a heck of a football game in Rhinelander, is what we're being told, which was just told to us today. Typically, you would think that the central meeting point would be Wausau or maybe even Stevens Point, but they're going to go a little bit north and head up to Rhinelander.
And it should also be noted that, and that's only if Rice Lake wins.
Right.
If Baraboo happens to win this game, then the game will be played in Slinger, which is way down by West Bend.
Completely different area, but obviously different opponent for them. So, but that's what, you get to this level of football, you get to level 4, it's going to be a neutral site, neutral territory, and we're hoping that we get a chance to go up to Rhinelander next Friday night.
2nd and 9 now for the Warriors from the 17-yard line. Minute and a half to go. Run goes off the far side up to about the 22 for Lindo. Pick up a 5.
Tackle on the play by Nick Orozco.
Not a big hurry-up offense here by the Warriors. I'm kind of curious to see what the strategy is here, trying to use, the minute 15 counting down. We've got 3 timeouts left, but they must have a strategy in place. But we're deep in Baraboo's territory, so it's our own territory, I should say.
Maybe
Clock is going.
Don't want to give them an opportunity if there's a mistake.
That's true, too. You definitely don't want to do that. You'd rather go in with the lead versus a tie, but I think we have to go for a scoring attempt here.
3rd down and 5. Belangi on the end around, but this is a run up the middle. That'll be enough for a first down.
And there's the timeout. No, just the first down.
Timeout to move the chains. Ball up to the 28-yard line. Clock runs again, 43.
But they're winding, and Fenske's here on the sidelines talking with Coach Cook, and not in any hurry by any means to do anything. So I don't quite understand the strategy. I think there'd be a little more urgency, but I'm not a football coach. Just a guy with a microphone.
And a nice one, too, by the way.
They're very nice, yes.
Down to 20 seconds. Maybe they want to put the dagger in just before halftime here. Down to 10 seconds, and that's going to be a penalty. That's not the way to do it.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think they looked at where their field position was. They didn't want to risk. It's not thunder, it's just the mic, wind.
That's the referee's mic.
But you were right. I think it was more of a defensive situation where let's not go for anything crazy. Let's not turn over the ball and give them an opportunity to come back and score while they're in this side of the field. So letting out the clock run out and go into the locker room, with an 8-point lead. Hey, a lead's a lead, and that's exciting to see for the Rice Lake Warriors.
Yeah, this is something else here. 8-0, Rice Lake with the lead over the Baraboo Thunderbirds.
Mm-hmm.
And still a long ways of football to play here before we get too deep into cheering or weeping or whatever it is, however it's going to turn out.
I guess I just don't. Again, I'm not a football coach. I've attempted years ago when the kids were in flag football and things like that, and we obviously didn't worry about clock management and such, but it's just interesting to see when you have a minute 40 on the clock and you have 3 timeouts to use and you have the tools available that you have. I would think you'd want to maybe march the ball down and then get a little bit more tricky. If you get past the 40 or 50, then you might open up the playbook a little bit more, use the timeouts, a chance to look at some things, but I guess that just didn't happen. So they didn't get the ball advanced where they wanted on that first series. So why waste the I guess I don't know.
Well, and the flip side of it is Rice Lake does get the football to start the second half.
It's true. We have got a whole half of football yet to play, so it's obviously not a concern by Coach Dan Hill and his coaching staff. They're going into the locker room with an 8-point lead over a very good football team. So that's, something to hang your hat on right there. So I think we're just going to let the kids regroup, figure out where they need to be, and come back for a solid second half of football here at Pug Lund Stadium.
Right, and we're going to, I guess using an old airport term, we're going to,
I don't know what you're
saying. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. What's after you go through security?
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Security.
Yes. Okay.
Re-examine your bags.
We have to put ourselves back together.
Okay. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to run away. I'm going to go probably dive under the turf.
I know what you're trying to say. Make sure the items didn't shift in the overhead bins.
No. After security, you reconnoiter yourself or reconfigure yourself.
Yes. Put yourself back together. Put your shoes back on. Your belt back on. I gotcha.
So I don't have to go bury myself.
No, we're fine.
Right.
Go get a hot dog or something for the concession stand.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be just fine.
All right. So we'll be back with you in about. We'll leave the clock up on the screen so you can see how much time is until halftime expires, and we'll. I'm going to go untangle my tongue, and we'll be back here in about 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
This is high school football on Rice Lake Community Media, Spectrum 992, Mosaic 993, and of course the Rice Lake Area School District YouTube channel.
Menasha leading Luxembourg Casco by a score of 14-13. The winner of tonight's game gets the winner of that game.
We welcome you back now to Rice Lake as we get ready for the second half between the Rice Lake Warriors and the Baraboo Thunderbirds. James Weingard and John Nelson with you here on Rice Lake Community Media and also Rice Lake Area School District YouTube channel. 8-0 our score at the half, and a very interesting first half. Very quick, but also there weren't that many penalties. There was the one turnover.
Big defensive stops, I think, is what we saw. I think what we can take away from the first half was defense on both sides, both ball clubs was very strong, preventing any big offensive plays. There were no big break open runs. There was a couple nice runs of 20-plus yards, but no big airing it out type of passing plays or things like that. So defense on both sides have been really the the main story here going in the first half. So it's not going to be, like I said earlier, I think I did say it in the beginning of the broadcast, is that I don't think we're in store for a high-scoring game, but it's definitely going to be a shootout right towards the end. I think it's going to be a matter of a touchdown or two to determine tonight's winner, I believe. My prediction.
You may have heard the wind rustling around as the breeze is still up. They tell us it feels... It's surprising. It's it's the first weekend in November. It's 52 degrees. So the old phone says.
Yeah.
But it feels a lot cooler out there when you get into the wind, and I wonder if maybe that didn't play into a little bit of the conversation at the end of the first half to say, look, let's go in. We've got a lead. We're going to have the football back at the beginning of the second half. We're deep in our own territory. Let's just go in, thaw out a little bit, and start again.
It's definitely a thought for sure. Like I said, Rice Lake with the lead going in, they knew they had that. Didn't want to turn over the ball, while the Thunderbirds were, already in our territory. So a good move by the Rice Lake Warriors. Compose. What's the word you're looking for? Recombobulate themselves. That's what we figured out over the half. So going into the second half, leading by 8. Going to get the ball right away, and I can't tell which way they're kicking here. Whether they're going to kick to us with the wind or against the wind. I think they might be kicking.
Rice Lake will be to our right.
So they're going to be kicking into the wind.
Yep.
So it could bode well for good field position for the Warriors for the first start, because we do have looking at the American flag, whipping around pretty good here on the north end zone.
It's a shame we don't have the little orange pennants up on top of the goalpost.
Right. Well, we have to talk to the Booster Club about that and add one more thing.
Speaking of,
yes.
We should thank the Booster Club for helping us out with bringing you postseason football.
Absolutely. These things don't come by for free, and there's fees and such that have to be paid in order to bring these broadcasts when it gets into playoff football, regulated by the WIAA, and those fees were picked up not only by Rice Lake Community Television, but as well as the Rice Lake All Sports Booster Club. So a huge thank you to them. If you're looking to be a Booster member or a donation, you can contact the Rice Lake Booster Club at gmail.com. They are willing to look at take donations or anything you can do to help support the Rice Lake football and all sports programs here at Rice Lake. There's my commercial. So.
And just to show why we're up here and referees and everybody are down there, they flip the ends of the field.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just couldn't remember where we ended. I was just excited. So
kickoff on its way, and this will be fielded out of the air at the 30-yard line. Trayton Bader gets leveled at the 37-yard line, a return of 7, and it'll be first down for Rice Lake.
Bader had some steam going, and he lowered his head, hoping to get through his defender, and it was a good. When the runner lowers his head, it's okay. It's when the defender does that, it's not good. But he was looking to get some yardage, and he did, and good run by Bader.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, leading 8-0 here as we begin the third quarter. They're on the 38-yard line, and we are just underway here in the second half. Fensky under center. It's Tomish in motion. Lindo has it off the left side, and Lindo picks up 9. He's up to the 47-yard line.
With a toenail tackle, as they call it. They caught him just by the edge. If he could have got one more step, I think he would have got either free for a big run or just maybe another few more yards, but a big run by Lindo, I should say, as we were corrected a few weeks ago. But still double teaming Belangi here, so we're going to see that all night long, I think, folks.
2nd and 1 from the 47-yard line. Just underway third quarter. Tomish in motion again. And Christian has it, and he gets to the 49-yard line. That'll be a first down for Rice Lake.
Yes, good field, a good point of view where we have it right here, folks, right on the 50-yard line. That's the reason I do this. I want the best seats in the house so I can sit here.
Plus we have built-in earmuffs.
Earmuffs, exactly. So.
I am sitting right on the line of scrimmage, 49-yard line of Rice Lake. Minute gone by here, third quarter. Warriors leading by a score of 8-0. Hear a defense chant coming up from the Baraboo fans. Fake the handoff one way, they go back the other way, and this is going to be only a yard on the play. Carson Tomish with the run. Picks up 1, 2nd and 9 coming at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, with Stone in the backfield, like we said in the first half, it adds another element for the Warriors here tonight that they didn't have last week because they were not sure if he could carry the ball with the clubbed hand. As we mentioned earlier, he did break it in the New Richmond game. He's wearing a club on his right hand, which is his ball-carrying hand, but so far we've seen good things with the left hand.
Ball right at midfield. Rice Lake on the first drive of the second half. And Christian Lindo up to the 46-yard line. Gain of 4. 3rd down and about 5 coming up here.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
We had an update earlier that the potential game we'll be playing if we win, a tight game against Luxembourg and Menasha.
Right, 14-13 in the second quarter is the last information we had. 3rd and 5 now from the Baraboo 45-yard line. And this will be a run up off the left side. Lindo with it, and he's going to be very close to a first down, maybe a yard or so shy. So it'll bring up 4th down, got to go.
Good,
4th and 1.
Very good mark. It was corrected by the other line judge. They put it, but it was going to be a 4th and inches, and they're saying 4th and 1 now. But yeah, it's still it's definitely less than a yard. So. I think a good call here by the Rice Lake offense to go for this with 4th and inches, so to speak, and a dynamic running game that we've got so far. That's what you're going to see here. It's just a matter if they give it to Stone or back to Lindo.
Ball spotted right between the 41 and the 42-yard line as Fensky works under center. Handoff, Lindo has it on the left side as he pushes forward, and it crossed the 45 down to the 43, a first down.
Yep, definitely enough there by Christian. Had a nice run, kept pushing, did not let up until he was on the ground, and took about 3 or 4 defenders to bring him to stop there.
Tackle on the play by Nowak. That's enough for a Rice Lake Warrior first down.
Ball at the 38-yard line of the Baraboo Thunderbirds out of the Badger Conference. 8.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Rice Lake in front, 8-0. 20-yard pass play in the second quarter, the only score of this ball game thus far. Handoff Lindo again off the left side, and he gets muscled down as he pushes his way just shy of the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7.
Ryan Legal was on the tackle there for the Thunderbirds. He had him wrapped up around the legs, but Lindo was still able to keep churning those legs and get another yard or 2, even though he was being wrapped up around the ankles by
He's a big,
Legal.
strong kid, isn't he?
He is. He just
smokes.
is not down until he's not done running until he's physically down on the ground.
2nd and 8 now for Rice Lake. Just grind it out. Lindo again has some running room up the middle. Across the 25, spins inside the 20, and he's down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Huge run by Christian with a couple great spin moves to break free of the defenders. He saw open field in front of him and was able to put a little juke and a spin move on the safety and get another 5 yards even after the initial stop. So great run by Christian.
We talked about it earlier in the season where he likes to back his way into a few more yards. This time we see him pirouette off a couple of players, defenders, and get down another 5 or 10 yards.
Whoever his dance instructor is, he should be applauded.
1st and 10 from the 16. Approaching 7 minutes to go and a flag down.
3 yards. Free.
Free yards are good.
We'll take anything for free, that's for sure.
Offsides on Baraboo. First and 5.
It must be country and western night in this Rice Lake student section. A lot of cowboy hats down there tonight.
That's what I'm going with.
1st and 5. Handoff.
Get in there.
Pulling his way up. Lindo down to the 5-yard line, a pickup of 6, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, I'd say it's either cowboy, cowgirl night or country western night. Either way, a good representation by the Rice Lake student body here. And like I said, we're also a pretty good showing from some folks from Baraboo in a student section over there. Looks like they're doing a whiteout feature tonight.
First and goal from the 6-yard line for Rice Lake. Looking to build on their 8-0 lead. Handoff, Lindo off the left side. Lindo tips us way backwards, and he's going to be shy of the goal line by about a yard. Second and goal coming up.
Again, another move like we talked about. He gets in, he gets the stop, he turns, backs it in, and gets that extra yard or two. And one more of those, folks, and we're going to see 6 points on the board for your Rice Lake Warriors.
Ball spotted right at the 1-yard line. Halfway through the third quarter, 6 minutes to go in the third. Rice Lake looking to add to their 8-0 lead. Lindo has it, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah. Great run by Christian. Man, what a powerhouse we've got for Rice Lake, and a dominant force on the football field in Christian Lindau. Great run, as we said. He just turned 18 about 2 weeks ago at the Friday night game against, what was it, 2 weeks ago we were here and celebrated with, I don't know, he had Medford game, and he had a ton of yards and 2 touchdowns, I think, on that. So maybe he's just still celebrating.
5:53 left. And the 2-point conversion. Lindo has it again. Slips his way through and is going to be a little bit short of the end zone. So 5:53 to go in the third. It's now Rice Lake 14 and Baraboo nothing.
Crowd here definitely getting into the game. It's a lot of cheering and applauding of these boys as they are battling tonight to put these points on the board against a very, very good Baraboo team. Like I said, it's a very defensive game. For the most part, haven't seen any big flashy offensive plays, any long bombs, any big breakaway runs. So both teams are putting up their best defense, but obviously right now Rice Lake coming out on top with their offense and able to penetrate just enough, and Baraboo needs to figure out a way to stop that run in Lindau if they're going to look at hopefully putting points on the board, getting the ball back, and preventing us to score any further. So should be an interesting rest of the ball game for sure, but Rice Lake feeling pretty good about the 14-0 lead.
5:53 remaining in the third quarter. Warriors in front, 14-0. Jace Fitzgerald to kick the football away for the Warriors.
Kicking into the wind, and like I said earlier, it's pretty breezy out there, and the ball fell off the tee. That's how breezy it is on the football field.
It's got to be a good 15 to 20 tonight.
Yeah.
You think?
It is.
The tackle and wide back deep to receive.
Kick on its way. Boy, put all of it into that, and on the run at the 10-yard line, the return is coming. Oh, if he gets outside, he's got some room. 30, 35, and the 36-yard line. Good return there by Riley Way for the Thunderbirds.
Well, Rice Lake's Fitzgerald, our kicker, was there for the stop, so he made it all the way down, was able to key in on the runner and get a stop because he got by everybody else on the outside. So Fitzgerald owned that whole play, not only getting the ball down the field, pretty good position, but was able to put the stop on the runner at the 36.
First and 10 now for the Thunderbirds at their own 36-yard line. And this is going to be an immediate tackle after the handoff to Kane Mahoney. And he gets wrestled down after about maybe a yard. 2nd and 9 coming for Baraboo. 5.5 to go, third quarter.
Thunderbirds were lining up there. Looked like a pass play. They had 3 wideouts on the far side of the field and using it as a diversion tactic. They know that their scoring has been their run game this year and trying to run that, but they are lining up as trying to put off the Rice Lake defense with 3 wideouts, actually 4.
Larson to throw, in trouble, and down he goes back at the 32-yard line, maybe the 33.
Yep. Gunderson in on the tackle for the Warriors, was able to key on that. As we said, they sent out 4 wideouts on that one. First time they used it as a diversion play and ran it up the middle. This time they did have an opportunity to go for a pass, but Rice Lake was able to penetrate with ease and get in there for the sack.
3rd and 13 now, back at the 33. I believe that's second sack of the game for the Warrior defense.
Same lineup again here by the Thunderbirds.
And to pass, middle screen, batted in the air, and that's going to be incomplete. Kane Mahoney probably would have done better just to slam the ball in the turf rather than try to catch it.
Yeah, it was bobbled, and Parker Owens was right there, almost was able to pull it in and get it down. It would have been a nice interception by Parker for sure, but was able to bobble it. Again, they're looking to go to the air. They know that they have to put points on the board to be in this contest, and they're going with this 3 wide out setup here almost every play. Well, now they're doing a 2 wide out. They got a punt.
Punt time for the Thunderbirds. Snap back. Kick on its way, and this one a corkscrew kick that Belangi has at the 33-yard line, heads to the middle, and he will get spun around and down after he gets to the 44, so a return of 11.
Yeah, he tried to turn one way, and I think if he, instead of stuttering coming down the right sideline, if he would have turned right away, went to the far side, and then turned on the afterburners, Belangi probably could have had a little better return on that one. But still, we'll take it back where we're at the 40, what are we at, the 41-yard line for the Rice Lake Warriors? 44, yeah.
Good field position for Rice Lake. 4:14 to play, third quarter. Warriors in front, 14-0 in this level 3 of the WIAA Division III State Football Championship Tournament. First down for Rice Lake from their own 44. Handoff. And this is Stone. Stone shedding tacklers as he gets inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. First down, Rice Lake.
That's enough for a Rice Lake Warrior. First down.
Now, if you're watching this at home and you can clue in, check out number 42, Easton Stone. There's no club on the hand anymore, folks. He took it off at halftime. So he's got both hands accessible. I saw him, he was running, ball was in his right hand. That's where the club was. So he's playing essentially with a broken hand.
First and 10 after the 13-yard Stone run. He's got it again. And 2 arms wrapped around the ball like he's holding on for dear life there, and picks up yardage down to the 38.
Scratch my previous comment. It's Elliot Nolan has the broken hand, not Stone. Sorry.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
I tell you, man, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cold weather, but I apologize. It's obviously Easton Stone.
You're ready to be back on the couch with that glass of adult beverage.
Well, maybe a little later on. That's no problem there. But I saw that, and I was thinking it was Nolan in the backfield, but Stone with the ball carry.
2nd and 5 now from the 38. Back to pass. Fensky rolls out near side, looks, throws, and incomplete. Right along the sideline there, almost reeling it in, but couldn't quite hold on, was Lindo. Yeah, and it's going to be 3rd down.
You had a lot of pressure on Fensky there, and so if the pressure wasn't there, he probably could have got the ball off a little bit earlier and get it into Lindo's hands as he was open. I was wondering who else was down there. I was focusing on who was going after the quarterback, but nice to see him go to the air here a little bit more.
3rd and 5, 3 minutes left in the third. Rice Lake in front, 14-0. Handoff Stone. And Stone bulls his way inside the 35. He'll be down at the 34. That'll be a gain of 4, but not quite enough for a first down.
Stone with 2 good hands. I mean, that was just a dumb comment. I apologize. Oh, it gets exciting up here, folks.
It does.
Until you get in this spot, you kind of get excited, and watching the great football action from the booth like this is a lot of fun. So here we go. Okay.
4th and 1. Lindo sets up as a wing. Now he's in motion. Handoff Stone, and second effort, I think, gets him the first down.
Sure should have.
Initial hit by Gabe Fitzwilliams.
Comes down to the mark. It's close, folks.
I think he's got it. That second effort, look, they needed to get to just shy of the 33, and they're going to bring in the chains from the far side of the field. So
Timeout for a measurement.
And it's a huge one here at 2 minutes left in this third quarter. And, boy, based on the mark, I am going to say it's got to be first down.
We haven't had a chance to argue about these much this year, and it is not.
No, short.
It is just shy by about 2 links of the chain. So a turnover on downs by Rice Lake gives the Thunderbirds the ball at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, boy, I thought, looking at where the chains were on the far side of the field, it lined up with the hash mark, but I guess the chains don't lie.
Needed to get those index cards out again.
Yeah.
Ball spotted just on the north side of the 33-yard line. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rice Lake just hands the ball back over to the Thunderbirds on downs, but Rice Lake has a 14-0 lead. Throw out to the far side. That's too far in front of Vittengel, and he's not able to pull it in off his fingertips. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Notice that most of the passes that the Thunderbirds have been throwing out to, they've got their wide receivers are younger underclassmen. They're junior or sophomores. From what I've seen, quite a few of them here. Quite a few passes here were off fingertips of some sophomore receivers. So I'm not sure if their receiving core, they're still working on them, or still trying to train a little bit, or what's going on there. But they've been errant passes and non-catches.
They've not gone down the field at all yet tonight. Here's another throw, and right on target. That's going to almost intercepted by Belangi.
Yep.
He may have gotten away with a pass interference, though, because he put his arm out to block the defender out there. That was Vittengel again.
Yeah.
And I think Baraboo might have a case to argue and snarl about that one.
They are calling it, or not calling it on the field, but the audience is definitely giving their opinion in the stands on that one. But, kind of a fingertip roll on Belangi. Could have pulled it down, but hard to say what's going to happen there. Belangi having a heck of a year, obviously, and if you are a fan or watching football, seeing what he's been able to do on both sides of the ball.
3rd and 10, running play. And with some room, 40, pushes a pile forward up to about the 43. That's going to be a gain of about 9 for the quarterback, Luna Larson, the 6'2", 220-pound senior. And 4th and 1 now.
What's been fun to watch, following Friday Night Football games is on Facebook. I'm friends with Alex's dad and Alex on that, and seeing his college visits. And he's been being scouted and looked at by several colleges in the area, in the tri-state area, I should say. And a few nice offers being offered his way right now, too. So that young man's got a future for sure.
4th and 2, Larson puts his head down, bulls forward, and he will get forward progress to the 45-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Thunderbirds.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of other Warriors.
Yeah, the forward progress definitely got him there. He stayed on his feet, and the sideline judge on our side saw it, called the play dead as soon as he saw that, and giving them the first down here. But still in their own territory on the 45.
Less than a minute to go now in the third quarter. Rice Lake holding on to a 14-0 lead, but Baraboo on the drive with a 1st and 10 on their own 45. Larson back to throw again. Looking, good protection, throws over the middle. Vittengel has it at the 34-yard line. That's a 19-yard gain and a first down.
And that's the first time we said that we've seen them go deep like that. We haven't seen quite an offensive show in the air yet, really from both clubs, and especially from Baraboo. That's the first time we've seen a pass outside of the one that was errant and blocked earlier. So good move by the Thunderbirds offense. And
I'll correct myself. Instead of 19, that's a 21-yard gain at the 24. Larson to pass again, looking, throwing down the middle, has a receiver wide open, and it's incomplete.
Way over his head for the intended receiver, 19 again, and nobody really there. If he would have been a little deeper, would have been unguarded, and luckily just an errant throw by the quarterback. But a different ball game, seeing them come out with an offensive move like that, looking at our backfield, and maybe they're seeing some holes, but there shouldn't be, with Nolan in the backfield, Belangi Maxwell Nelson's out there and a couple other players. They're going to have to tighten up the backfield game.
Larson rolls far side. Now stops. He gets whacked from behind, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Big stop by Tomish on that. Blindside tackle right to the back of the quarterback and putting him down as the ball was released. Good tackle by Carson.
You would think that perhaps they've opened it up a little bit here, as this is the last quarter they'll have the wind at their back.
With the wind, yeah. And it's quite a wind, like we said. It's enough to knock the ball off the tee. And I was just watching the referee actually holding the ball where it's at while the O-line came up to the line of scrimmage.
20 and a half seconds left here in the third. Larson has it, runs up the middle, still on his feet. 25, pushes forward, and he's finally dragged down to the 23-yard line, a gain of 11. First down for Baraboo.
Larson using all of his 220 pounds on his 6'2" frame and carrying everybody along there.
Warrior is down hurt.
Officials timeout.
It's either 6 or 8. It's not Carson. It could be Lindo.
I think he had the whole pile land on him.
Yeah, I think so, and that was quite a pile. And not only in Larson, like I said earlier, with his size and weight, probably all came down on Christian there.
So we have 13 and a half seconds left here in the third quarter. Rice Lake 14 and the Thunderbirds of Baraboo nothing. But the Thunderbirds will have it 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line of Rice Lake once action resumes.
Definitely not what we want to see here from Christian Lindo. They're looking at his right knee on the field right now, so must have got a little twist or turn on that, and hopefully nothing too serious for Christian.
I had seen that there were a number of difficulties that the Rice Lake, both sides of the ball, had last week, too.
Yeah, well, and we had injuries, too. We had 3 injuries right in a row with Christian, and then Alex was out with a leg cramp, and then also I think it was Parker Owens went down, too, all within like 2 minutes of each other at the end of the first half, and that was a little scary, but they all came back in the third quarter.
Larson throws, end zone! Incomplete at the goal line, and there's a flag down too, by the way.
Hit him on the numbers as he was going down.
Larson's pass intended for Peyton Agnew is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
And it's a chop block against Baraboo, so that'll be a 15-yard. That should be 15 yards, I think.
Yeah. Putting the Thunderbirds back quite a ways there. Another bold attempt, though, going into the end zone. These are 3 plays almost in a row within the last 5-6 downs that they're going to the air. We haven't seen that in the whole first half. So either they were just waiting to reveal this in the second half with a hope of coming back, or they're just trying something new. So they're opening up the playbook, apparently.
So now it's going to be 1st and 25 after the 15-yard chop block penalty. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball all the way back to the Baraboo, to the Rice Lake 42-yard line. Larson looking, heaves down the middle of the field into double coverage, and that's going to be incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 25, but not until we start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, over the head of Agnew, and if the timing was right between quarterback and receiver, he could have hit him in stride, and it would have been an easy 6 for the Thunderbirds. But luckily, enough distraction at the line of scrimmage back here, enough pressure on the quarterback, was able to put up the errant throw and turn into an incomplete pass for the Warriors. So. Or for the Thunderbirds, I should say. So that's good. I mean, for Rice Lake leading 14-0 going into the final 12 minutes of play, they're going to get going. And the in-game announcer here just announced they're going to get the crowd going here with a little Badger tradition in the Jump Around song coming up. We think.
Oh, here it comes.
All right, James, get up. Let's see it. You've been sitting the whole game. This will be your opportunity to get up and dance, but maybe you're not a dancer.
I watch them dance.
Okay,
they dance
all right. Yeah.
Even the sideline is jumping around.
We're seeing Bill Smith in the booth with us as Rice Lake celebrity here tonight with us here, dancing in the booth, jumping around. Way to go, Bill. Yeah. Well, we want to thank for all of our viewers. We got some counters and such on the YouTube page, and we have a lot of feedback on the Facebook page for Rice Lake Television, and I'm glad everybody's able to enjoy the broadcast and join us here tonight from your living room.
2nd and 25, Larson flushed out of the pocket, sheds about 4 tackles, finally gets pulled down from behind after he crosses the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 28. That's a gain of 14, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 11 coming for Baraboo.
Larson just realizing that he's going to have to take this on himself. He's just not able to get the runs that he needs from his running back core, and he hasn't been able to complete the passes that they need. So Larson, coming into this game with most of the yards anyways, is really kind of stepping up and saying, guys, I got to get this done. And we'll see what he does here.
4 wideouts. Oh, he just dropped the ball, and now they flop on it. Back to the 41-yard line. Tomish had a wide open look on it until one of the Baraboo players literally jumped on his back and said, you're not getting that.
Yeah, and Tomish looked up and was like, isn't that a penalty? And I think, well, for the scramble of the ball, I guess it's not. It's anybody's ball at that point. So, but hey, it pushes the Thunderbirds back a few more yards, giving them 4th and 28 here into this 4th quarter.
Let's see, ball's at the 41. They need to get down to the 14. So, yeah, I guess pretty close there. We'll call it 4th and 27 for Baraboo.
Okay. Yep.
10 and a half minutes left. High snap. Roll to the far side, and it's Larson. Larson still on his feet. 25-20, 15-10, 5, and touchdown.
Wow.
On 4th and 27, he scores from 41 yards out.
Wow. Well, as I said earlier, I think Larson kind of realized that this game is going to ride on his shoulders, and the last 2 or 3 plays we've seen, he's been able to produce and get the yardage needed to move the ball, and in this case, the touchdown. Holy cow, big run by a big 220-pound player. And
they will attempt the extra point here to get it down to a 7-point difference. 10:20 to go in the 4th. 14-6 right now. Snap, placement, the kick is good. However, there is a flag down.
There is a flag in the play.
And it will be what? False start against the Thunderbirds.
Okay, they're going to re-kick, push them back, 5 yards and
right.
Re-kick,
so it'll be instead of a. Let's see. Let's do some math here. Instead of a 20-yard extra point, it'll be a 25-yard extra point.
Very good. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, and into the wind too. So
right. If you notice that last kick, it went straight up in the air, but he had enough oomph get behind it to get it through the post. Low snap, this time a line drive kick and buries it right through.
Had enough to get there, so the yardage deficit did not affect the kick at all. They have obviously done that before. So 7-point ball game, folks, and this is playoff football right here to its best. And that's what we're going to have here at Pugland Field with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the ball game as the Warriors will get the ball back, and they'll be going with the wind again on this. So maybe see some offensive things that we have not seen. We'll see if they cover Belangi on a double team again. But we've got other tools. It's not all on the number 11. So be interesting to see how Rice Lake responds here.
You're talking about viewers tonight. I have to say hi to some viewers who are watching in Osseo Fairchild, Fairchild tonight, and also in the Madison area in Sun Prairie.
Wow,
watching. So we've got a big audience tonight. So we're glad to have you along with us wherever you may be.
Yep.
Along Rice Lake Community Media and of course the Rice Lake Area School District YouTube channel on this first Friday in November. And this will be fielded at the 23-yard line, 30, and down at the 33-yard line.
I just heard from my mother. She's watching in the comfort of her living room. So.
Excellent.
Hi, Mom.
I remember, it's funny, I remember the very first time that I called a game, I called a game the first time that was on air, or online. Yep. It was a streaming game. I was doing a college game out in South Dakota, and we had a number of Hawaiian players. Okay. And so we heard from them the next day. There's a flag on the play, and it's going against Rice Lake. Mm-hmm. It was snowing, and they had trade winds and 82 degrees out in Hawaii the same day.
Really?
And, of course, they were very proud to let us know that.
Oh, I'm sure. I didn't see the call here, James. What was it?
It was a personal foul against Rice Lake.
Okay, I didn't see what happened there, but definitely a deficit in putting Rice Lake deep in their own territory here on the 18-yard line.
1st and 10, 18-yard line, 10:15 to go in the ball game. Rice Lake's lead, another flag down.
Wow.
And this is a false start against Rice Lake.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Rice Lake probably, they're not going to burn a timeout to talk about this. They're just got to regroup right now. Still a lot of time in the ball game yet, and we still have that 7-point lead. So they just need to kind of, get the jitters out here and play good football and not make mistakes.
That's 2 in a row. Now let's hope for the Warriors' sake that they don't make the big mistake. This deep in their own territory. They're at the 13-yard line. 1st and 15 from there. Stone has it. And he gets across the 15 out to the 16-yard line, a pickup of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 12.
Baraboo's defense keying in on Stone. They had enough of his running earlier on in the first half, and they're keying in on number 42. So Rice Lake's going to have to kind of change things up a little bit to surprise the defense, I believe, getting themselves out of this hole that they've dug themselves into so far.
Well, and you've got, I don't see, Christian Lindo is on the sideline right now.
Right, yeah, he's still out, being looked at with the knee.
2nd and 12 from the 16-yard line, 9:30 to go. And now we've got a timeout taken by Rice Lake.
They did not like the defense at all. They were going to blitz, I think. They were set up for a blitz and was not picked up by Fensky. So the sideline saw it, called the timeout. Smart move by Rice Lake.
Potentially avoid a disaster.
Yeah, and when you're deep in your territory like that, you need to do that. So it's a good use of the timeout. Still 2 left on the board for Rice Lake, so not too good. Lindo's coming back into the huddle now too, so that might put a little more spark in the Rice Lake Warrior huddle.
We were talking about it at halftime that there was no doubt that the second half was going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be your level 3 playoff football, so you don't expect this to be a blowout either way on one side of the ball or the other. You expect it to be a battle back and forth. Now, obviously being us, the Rice Lake side, we want to see what we see right now, but the Baraboo folks, I'm sure as well, want to see a very good defensive stop here. So it's all about playoff football, folks, and that's what we're getting here with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in Rice Lake.
2nd and 12 from the 16-yard line. Rice Lake giving up a touchdown on 4th and 27 a short time ago. Fensky rolling out to the far side. Throws. Oh, boy, he got tripped up from behind and incomplete.
Fensky's pass intended for Shire's incomplete.
Shire was the intended receiver. He went down in a heap after his legs got tangled up with the defender. And now it's 3rd and 12. Boy, that's not what you want to see here.
No, he tripped himself up. I mean, again, they're out here double teaming Belangi, so that obviously takes that out of the equation. I think we're going to see that all night. We're not going to see anything there. There's no way unless they can break up that coverage somehow. Alex could. I mean, he is a fast kid. He could maybe outrun him if Fensky had the arm to throw past the defender. But
I think Alex has been shut out tonight so far.
Yeah.
3rd and 12. Fensky, lots of time, throws far side. Belangi came back for it, and he dropped it.
No flag, yep. Well, we just said right there this was the opportunity, and it was there. He had still 2 defenders. Fensky went to him, but the pass was not quite there. It was probably a step short, or he was 1 step too far, not able to pull it in. So the potential's there, even with the double team. Sending Alex out for a pass play is a gutsy play by the Rice Lake Warriors.
9:16 to go. Rice Lake is going to kick the football away to Baraboo. Snap back. Corkscrew kick, and this will take a big hop. Fielded at the 40-yard line by Baraboo. Coming this way, and not going to get much anything beyond the 44. On the return, Luke Vittengill.
Good stop.
Good stop by Rice Lake. And now, here comes the Rice Lake defense against the Baraboo offense.
Well, we're going to see now, as Baraboo has shown us a couple different things through the air and on the ground. So I don't know what they're going to bring out in this 4th quarter here against our Rice Lake defense. So we definitely have to be on our toes.
9:05 to go. They scored a touchdown on their last drive on a 41-yard run. Vittengill has it out in the flat. He's erased immediately back to the 42-yard line, a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming.
You got a guy down, though, again. I think it's Lindo again. So the knee that took him out earlier is still giving him problems, and he's calling for the trainers to come out and take a look at him once again, and that's too bad. We don't want to see Christian down here.
You can tell he's got a heart as big as Barron County.
Absolutely.
And he wants to be out there, but at this stage of the proceedings, it would appear that perhaps the leg just isn't going to allow him to be.
No, I mean, the body can only do what the body can do, and once a knee goes out or something like that, I'm again hoping it's a mild injury that is going to sideline him here for a little bit more in tonight's contest, maybe for the rest of the game. We're not sure. He's putting some pressure on it as he walks off, so we're hoping that this is the gist of it here, because if we win this game tonight, we need Christian back in the lineup for next week against an even tougher opponent yet. But we got to get through this one first, and we wish him the best.
So teammates will help Christian off the field. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 42-yard line. We're under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Rice Lake scored the first 14 points of the game. Baraboo scored their 7 on their last drive and looking to do something here with it. Larson with the keeper gets up to about the 47, maybe the 48, pickup of about 5 or so, and it's a 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Larson with that delay move that we talked about earlier, he just kind of hesitates. He gets the ball, holds it out in his right hand, and kind of says, I'm just going to see what happens here for about a half a second, and then takes off running or potentially passes. So he's a threat for sure on no matter which way he uses the football. So Rice Lake's defense has to have a big stop right here.
Officially 3rd and 6. Larson around the far side, has a lane all the way down the sideline. Larson will score.
Untouched.
52 yards on the run, and the Thunderbirds are within an extra point of tying this game up.
Yeah, with 8 minutes left. Again, Larson, as I said, he kind of takes his time, figures out what the opportunity is, found a hole, was able to run it down the left-hand sidelines, untouched, and Rice Lake's defense cannot allow that to happen. So most likely, based on the kicker, what we've seen earlier, pretty easy kick for him, as he just did this about 4 minutes ago.
Bringing Henry to try the point after.
Brady Henry to try the extra point. 8:07 to go. Snap back, placement, it's blocked! Can you believe that?
Nice stop, nice block. Good effort by Rice Lake's defense to get in there and block that extra point, so giving us the 1-point lead with 8 minutes left. But a lot of football yet to be played, and we've seen a pretty strong powerhouse in the offense from Baraboo that we need to stop. So that means we need to put points on the board right now to kind of give us that little bit of an advantage, I guess you'd hopefully say. So,
wow, wait.
Exciting football here, playoff action, like we said earlier. Not going to be a sleeper tonight.
Now, imagine if that comes back to haunt the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, it very well could be. I mean, this ball game can go any different direction at this point right now, and a lead's a lead. So whoever has it has the advantage, of course, and Rice Lake looking to capitalize on that, get the ball back, hopefully put points on the board here. All depends on what they'll do. Will they try to, use clock and obviously as much as they can.
Kick on its way. That's sailing out toward the sideline. They'll field it.
Yep.
Dangerous play over there, but Rice Lake will have it 1st and 10 on their own 33.
Well, I think it looked from here that it was going to go out of bounds, but it actually didn't. It actually was still in play, and so Fensky had to get on it right away. Actually bettered himself. It actually gave it kicked back and gave Rice Lake a little bit an extra yard or two on that. So starting at their 32.
8:07 to go.
Rice Lake just needs to play smart football here. They've proven it all season long. They know how to use the clock. They know how to move the ball, and they just have to play smart. That's all they have to do here, and hopefully put some points on the board.
14-13. Rice Lake with the lead and the ball. 8:07 left in the 4th. And the handoff right up the middle. And on his horse is Easton Stone across the 50 to the 40 to the 35. Shoves a player out of the way. He's down at the 32-yard line.
Holy cow.
36 yards and a first down for Rice Lake.
And that was the boost I said that we needed right there with a huge run. I like your analogy on his horse there. That was fantastic because holy cow, he put the horsepower on for sure. Almost got gassed as he then stopped because he realized he was going to get taken down. And I don't know if I guess I don't know enough about Easton how much of a runner he is, but he was a big run for that kid. Holy cow.
And before we go any further, we've got a timeout for a moment. And now we're ready to go again. I think the football got blown off of its spot at the 32.
Yeah, still got that gusty wind out of the south.
Approaching 7.5 minutes to go in the 4th. 1 point Rice Lake lead. They have the ball at the Baraboo 32-yard line. And on the inside handoff, here's another big run down to about the 21-yard line, but there's a flag down.
Left up by Larson. There's a flag on the play.
Tomish was the runner, and we're probably going to get holding here against Rice Lake. Yep.
Yeah. The flag came from the backfield here, so the back judge saw that, had to call it, brings the ball back. But a big run. Nice run for him.
So you know it's there. Now the O-line's got to do their job to
play clean football and not make those mistakes. That's what I said earlier. I think at the very beginning of the broadcast, the team with the least amount of mistakes should pull off this ball game. But Rice Lake needs to stop. They can't make those mental errors any longer with 7 minutes to go.
1st and 21, 7:10 left. Rice Lake leading by 1. Ball at the 43-yard line of Baraboo. Handoff Stone. Stone steps out of one tackle and gets across the 40 to the 38. A gain of 5. Second down and about 16 coming.
By Ryan Legal. He's up 2nd and 15 from the 38-yard line.
Ball at the 38. Approaching 6.5 to play in regulation. A 1-point Warrior lead here in the Division III, Level 3 state playoffs. Fensky will work under center. Belangi in motion. He'll get the toss, go on the sweep, gets a block in front. Pushes a pile forward across the 30, and he's down to about the 28-yard line, which would be a gain of 9, and set up a very manageable third down play coming with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, it is, and that was a good run by Alex. There's a player down for Baraboo that they'll take a look at and call a timeout. But on the end-around run there by Belangi, he had he got the wheels underneath him and was able to turn the afterburners on and make that turn. I think he was looking for maybe just a little bit better a block, though, because he ended up running into his wedge or the block that was set for him and was not able to get any more yardage there. So I think that's what Rice Lake needs to work on. And they know if they've got a powerful runner in Belangi like that, a speedy runner that should be, they need to move that wedge forward faster in order for him to make big ground.
Can they outrun him, though?
I don't think so. That's
No.
the problem. He's the fastest kid on the team, so it's hard to move that wedge as fast as your running back. So in theory, it makes sense, but we'll see what they come up with here. Still double teaming him on the outside.
3rd and 6. Ball at the Thunderbird 28-yard line. That's Tomish in motion. Fenske's got it. He'll turn the corner, and he will be very close to a first down. They'll mark him out, looks like at about the 25, so he got half the yardage. Now, 4th and 3.
Another big play here for Rice Lake. This is a do or die situation here. We need to convert this for sure, and they'd be able to continue to run this clock down with 5.5 minutes left.
Well, he didn't do Rice Lake any favors by going out of bounds either.
No,
so
not
the
at
clock
all.
has stopped at the moment
there.
at 5:31.
Yeah.
They need the 22 for a first. They're at the 25. Fensky, toss play, Belangi with it, inside.
Should have it. He's got it and
Got
more.
it. Twin, 5, touchdown Belangi!
Holy cow! Fantastic run by Alex. The wide out, put him in that halfback position on the outside, run around and up the middle. Once he gets the momentum going, folks, it's hard to stop those wheels. So we haven't been able to see him in the, catch one in the air, but hey, we'll take him on the ground. Oh, big run by Rice Lake.
And that also on a 4th down play.
Yes, big conversion. I was thinking we just need to go for the 4 yards, but hey, we'll take the big play when we can get them.
Officials time out here for a moment. Now we're ready to go. 5:22 to go in the 4th. It's now 20-13 Rice Lake. 2-point conversion coming, and this is huge because a 2-point conversion here makes it a 9-point game, which means 2 possessions. Toss play, halfback option. No, he's going to run it to the corner.
He's got it. Remington Wager. Yeah. Had the option to throw, and they've run that several times this year where the halfback goes out and looks for, he was looking for Shire in the corner of the end zone. Shire was occupied with his defender, so was not able to get free. So Remington Wager just saw the hole and said, it's mine, I'm in, I'm giving us the 9-point lead.
Wow.
Woo! That was a big play for a big football team.
Never mind a big play. How about a big drive?
A big drive. Yeah, huge drive for the Rice Lake Warriors, but this is what playoff football gives you. This is what shows what teams deserve to get to the next level, are big plays and big drives like that. And right now, Rice Lake is showing that. But Baraboo is showing it throughout the whole game too, especially the second half, that they're here to play. So a lot of time left, and defense needs to step up big time here.
5:22 time remaining in the 4th quarter. 9 points the difference. Rice Lake in front by 9. Jace Fitzgerald to kick the football away. On its way. This one takes a big hop, couple of big hops, and into the end zone. So the Thunderbirds will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. 5:22 to play in the ball game.
Thunderbirds going into this yet with 3 timeouts left that they'll have at their disposal. Rice Lake with 2 timeouts left. So clock management will be key on whoever is possessing the ball, but it's hard to say what the Baraboo's got up their sleeve because we've seen them not only run the ball with Larson right up the middle and taking it himself, and giving them the 13 points that they have, but they've also gone to the air. So they're going to start that now, 4 wideouts.
1st and 10 from the 20. Larson keeps it himself. Larson, this time the defense gets him. He's only got about a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9 coming for the Thunderbirds as we hit 5:10 to go.
No gain in the play brings up 2nd.
Actually, they call it no gain, so 2nd and 10 coming. Winner of this game will play Luxembourg Casco or Menasha in the sectional final, and then the winner of that game will play at State in Madison in 2 weeks. Larson to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Almost a lateral.
It was actually Vittingel is in for quarterback right now, number 9 for the Baraboo Thunderbirds. So Larson actually was not in the play on that one. Yeah, that was number 9. Vittingel was in. Larson was actually out. Not sure what the substitution was there. As I don't see him in the mix right now, James.
No, you're absolutely right. 9. Vittigel is at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's got it. Looking, throwing, near side. That's incomplete. Boy, what an unfortunate circumstance for Baraboo there. Isaac Pellin was the receiver or intended receiver that time. Now 4th and 10. I was going to look and see if I could see him across the way.
That's what I'm looking for, is to see. I didn't see Larson go out in the game, so I'm not sure if he's just resting him for the final 4 minutes of the game or if they're taking a look at him for any particular reason. But Vittingel is in as quarterback for the Thunderbirds.
4th and 10. In trouble, throws, and that's incomplete.
A huge stop by Carson Tomish, pushing the quarterback deep. Gunderson goes out to help him up, and a huge sack and put down, not really a sack, but a stop.
I finally have found Larson. He's sitting over on the bench on the far side over there.
Okay, so I didn't see what happened there and what had taken him out of the game, but definitely a game changer for the Rice Lake Warriors by taking out Larson. Obviously, we hope the young man's okay, but if he wants to sit out for the next 4.5 minutes, I'm fine with that too. So,
yeah, he's parked over on the bench on the visitor sideline over there. So something must have happened to him that neither of us caught. 1st and 10 now for Rice Lake at the Baraboo 21-yard line. And this is coming around this way. Easton Stone has it inside the 15, inside the 10, cuts back and dives his way to the 2-yard line.
Powerhouse runner, and Stone just keeps moving even with 3 or 4 defenders on his back. And as long as his knee wasn't down, he's still moving. Heck of a runner, Easton Stone.
And that's what they need to do, is with Christian sitting on the medical table on this side.
Lindo. Right. Yeah, and he's obviously not going to go back in this ball game here at all. And we hope that he is a quick mend for potentially another game yet. If Rice Lake can put this in, would feel a lot better about Lindo sitting out right now.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. 22-13 Rice Lake, and they have it 1st and goal on the 2-yard line of Baraboo. Fensky under center. Handoff, Tomish into the end zone, touchdown.
Huge run by Tomish. The diversion play set up. They're putting Belangi into the corner, drew some defenders to Belangi, leaving it open for Tomish to run right up the middle. And actually he was pushed into the end zone by the Thunderbirds players. So Rice Lake bench very excited about that, as well as the rest of the Rice Lake contingency.
We may get a rare extra point kick attempt this time.
Ooh.
Chase Fitzgerald is out to try the extra point.
All right.
With 3:45 to go in the 4th quarter. This place is going to go absolutely bonkers if he makes this, which he did.
Is. Big kick by Chase Fitzgerald with the point after. Wow. Folks, we've got had a lot of excitement here in this last few minutes with this ball game. And obviously Rice Lake celebrating with a few scores under their belt, leading the Thunderbirds after their tragic loss, I think, of their quarterback Larson on the sideline.
Yeah, he was sitting over there with his arms on his knees and just kind of staring off when I saw him on the sideline a moment ago.
Yeah, you don't want to see injuries, obviously, in any football game or any sporting contest, but that's the game, folks. It's how it's played. So Rice Lake with a pretty good lead here, 29-13, with that 3:45 yet to play kicking off.
16 points. So in essence, it's still, believe it or not, only a 2-possession game.
Right. So I don't want to get. I was going to say something about I wonder what Rhinelander's like in the fall, but because
easy.
I know.
Easy.
It's a beautiful city. I'll visit anytime, but I'd love to go next Friday.
Oh. Here's a kick into the end zone. Another touchback on the kickoff for Rice Lake, and it'll be 1st and 10 again for the Thunderbirds at the 20-yard line.
Well, we've been here before. This is where we started the last series. We kicked off, went into the end zone. Thunderbirds started back here, and Rice Lake's defense was able to stop them. So, but this is also where we saw their secondary quarterback, Vittengol, come in. If I'm saying that right, I hope I am.
Yep. And he's remaining in at quarterback. Snap back. Run goes up the middle. Kane Mahoney with the run. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
Clock runs. 3:20 to go in the ball game. Rice Lake in front by 16, 29-13. And we've got flags down.
Movement on the not the Lumberjacks, but the Thunderbirds. Same amount of syllables.
I'll start. Thunderbirds. It's up 2nd and 15.
You know, you look back at how this game has kind of ebbed and flowed. Rice Lake scores the first 14 of the game. Then Baraboo comes back. They score the next 13.
Right.
Now Rice Lake has come back and scored the next 15.
Yeah, it's been a back-and-forth game like we said it was going to be. We said it's going to be a very defensive game, which it has been. Offensive strikes have been good, but not like NFL films worthy.
Mahoney again across the 20, and he'll get to the 21-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 9 coming.
Gain of 1 brings up 39.
2:23, 22, and 21 to go.
Big stop here, and I think you're going to hear the Rice Lake contingency get pretty loud with a celebratory roar if we can put a big stop here on the Thunderbirds.
3rd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Another run, and that's back to the line of scrimmage, and that is that.
Just like that, a big stop by Stone.
Ticket in on the carry, Easton Stone, the stop for Rice Lake.
Logan Whittakin was the runner that time for the Thunderbirds. So 4th and 9 now with 1:45 left.
I think Rhinelander will be very nice in the fall. Looking forward. I think I'll travel to watch the Rhinelander game.
Thunderbirds to punt the football away. 4th and 9. Nobody back deep to receive for the Warriors. They are going to punt. And this will be caught up in the wind that does take a Thunderbird roll, and it will fall dead at the Rice Lake 49-yard line. Clock stopped with 1:16 to go.
And I think the celebrations will now commence with the Rice Lake Warriors, as I think it's safe to say now that we will be advancing on into level 4 playoff action, folks. Your Rice Lake Warriors as they take the field.
Off the track and the field after the game.
And we will try to get you a score from the other contests going on to see who the opponent will be for the Rice Lake Warriors, as they will be traveling to Rhinelander as they go into the victory formation for the remaining 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Fensky takes the knee. You know, you have to say, whether or not you're a Rice Lake fan or a Baraboo fan, this was a very well played ball game.
It was.
Really on both sides, and you really have to feel for Baraboo. You could just feel the entire wind and the whole life energy kind of come out of their sails when their quarterback went out.
Yeah, when Larson went out, and nobody likes to see an injury. Hopefully it's nothing major for that young man. Don't know what his future holds yet for him, but I believe he's a senior this year. So, but a good football game regardless, that's for sure. And obviously for the Rice Lake Warriors, very excited that they will be advancing on to level 4 action up in Rhinelander next Friday night against a team that we don't know who that will be yet. We're trying to get that information to you folks, but obviously we'll know that.
Good luck in level 4 in Rhinelander.
So the Warriors will not have to run another play.
We thank everybody for coming out tonight.
And the clock shows 0-0, and we have reached the final.
That is it. So now we just have to hope for a healing of Christian Lindau as he's on crutches right now. They have his leg taped up and iced up. Hopefully it's nothing major for that young man. I'm sure he'll be looked at and cared for to the best of the ability for the Rice Lake coaching and training staff, and get him back and ready to go for hopefully next week's action. So big win for the Rice Lake Warriors, advancing on, as James just said, 29-13 here at Pug Lawn Field in Rice Lake. So pretty exciting, but also sad because this is probably our last broadcast.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to take the big show on the road next week.
But I'm sure there'll be for you folks watching the live stream. Pay attention to the Rice Lake Booster Club page. There'll probably be a live stream broadcast from I don't know if the WIAA does it at this level yet, probably not, but maybe there'll be one from somebody yet, and we'll do our best on the Rice Lake Booster Club page to give you that information as it comes available. So,
and what I can tell you is it looks like Menasha is leading Luxembourg Casco by a score of 27-13 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So that's the latest from Luxembourg, I believe, or Casco, where they're playing right now.
Sure.
And so if that holds up, which it would certainly appear to be what will land there, that would mean that Rice Lake and Menasha, so it'll be the Warriors and the Blue Jays doing battle in Rhinelander next week for the right to go to state.
Who do you think will wear blue? I guess who's the away and who's the home? We'll have blue. I'm guessing they'll have blue.
I would think that Menasha would be home because they're number 2 seed.
We're our traveling whites, I guess.
Traveling whites it is, yeah.
We'll find out for sure, but I know I'm going to attend the game in person for sure. So,
well,
very good.
29-13, our final score here tonight, and any more quick thoughts before we run?
It's just been a lot of fun, and I look forward to hopefully joining you again next year if the opportunity exists, and hopefully bringing you some great Warrior football action as hopefully our conference champion Warriors take the field next year into our new conference that we'll be in. So it'd be great to enter our new conference as our former conference champion would be fantastic. But thank you, JR, to our in-game announcer here all season. Did a heck of a job, congratulating us as well. And everybody in the broadcast booth, thank you for David, our camera guy. Did a bang-up job for sure. And you're only a junior, right? So you'll be back next year too. So, hey, the gang will be back together again. So we hope.
And I will say that when I came here at the beginning of the year in January, I had no idea really kind of what I was getting into. But everybody here in Rice Lake has been, or the vast majority of people here in Rice Lake have been very welcoming, and thank you for letting me and John come into your homes or on your phone or on your iPad or on your TV or wherever it is that you happen to watch the games from over the course of the season. And again, we thank the sports boosters and Tim Lipke and everybody here at the school for the accommodations and helping out with the technology and everything. And so we thank them for all the assistance as well. And David, I'll second the thanks to you for helping out with camera this year. And John,
thank you.
We will be back in August.
That sounds great. Sounds great, James. Look forward to it.
Very good. So That's going to do it for us here tonight from Pugland Field at Dairy State Bank. Our final score, the Rice Lake Warriors 29 and the Baraboo Thunderbirds 13. This has been a presentation of the Rice Lake Community Media and in association with the WIAA, Rush Media, and Rice Lake High School. For more, go online, wiaawi.org for all of the postseason information. We will see you down the road for more sports. Until next time we meet, James Weingart along with John Nelson and staff. Good night, and thanks for watching from Pugland Field at Dairy State Bank, where the Rice Lake Warriors move on to level 4 in the football playoffs, 29-13 over Baraboo. Good night, and thanks for watching.